adorable baby Perry the Platypus? Ah! If so, grab yourself something to draw on, something to create your doodle with, something to erase any mistakes that you might make, and a black marker to outline your doodle. Once you have all of those supplies, grab the crayons, the markers, the colored pencils, or the paint, and let's get started. Let's get started drawing our adorable little baby Perry the Platypus. I don't quite remember what show he was from. I want to say maybe Kim Possible, but he was a request, so we are going to draw him today. So go ahead and make your paper tall and skinny or vertical. So the paper is taller here, it is skinnier here, and that would be vertical. And on our paper, we are going to start up with kind of like a peak or a like roof shape almost. And it's at a little bit of an angle. And that is going to be the very top of our little baby Perry the Platypus's head. Now from this angle, I'm going to curve inward and down. So that way there's a slight curve here for where his back would be, but it's going to end at a nice straight line going down. Next, I'm going to come down right here with a nice straight line, just a little bit. This is maybe about a ½ inch. And then I'm going to draw a nice big circle shape. And if you have a hard time drawing circles, find something that's this size in your house that's circular and go ahead and trace it in. And then I'm going to move over and do another circle shape for his other eye on the other side. And I want to leave a good, this is maybe about an inch gap in between there. Inside his eyes, he's got his little pupils, and those are just a black circle with kind of a smaller white dot. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then the one over here, they're kind of going in opposite directions. So I'm going to add this one right here. So there we go. He looks funny. Okay, at the very top of his head, right from this point, I'm going to curve up with like a little piece of hair and come back down. And you're going to make it so it's kind of got a little bit of thickness at the very bottom, but it's pointy at the top. And you can go ahead and add in maybe like 3 little hairs just coming right off the top of his head. He usually wears a like Indiana Jones style hat. But for this picture, he doesn't have a hat on. It's just kind of a little babyish version of Perry the Platypus. So now we're going to go right in the middle here. And what I'm going to do is right between his eyes, I'm going to create another one of those kinds of peaks. So I want to make kind of a tall shape here. And this is going to be part of his beak. So this is the tall part of his beak coming up. Middle top of part of the beak there, and then this would be the part that's it's got to come down a little more than over here because this is going to be the part that would match up to where his beak would open. And then I'm going to scooch over just a little bit in here, and I'm going to go out nice and straight, and then I'm going to kind of curve up and down and in to make the tip of my little platypus beak. Right here, I'm going to add just a little line to connect his head down to his beak there. And then from right here where this corner is, I'm going to curve down almost like a U shape and up. And this line here should almost match up with this line right here. So if I kind of finished it, it would touch that line there. So that gives our little Perry his little mouth. And then I'm going to curve down. So I'm going to take this line, I'm going to act like I'm going through his face here. I'm going to curve kind of out and down. So then this line kind of matches this line. And then I'm going to come across and stop. And I'm leaving maybe about an inch, a little more than an inch of space here for his leg. And this leg is going to come right to the corner. So right up here, let's go ahead and draw his little hand. So his hand is just going to kind of curve down, around, and up. And then you can add just a little line there connecting his hand to his body. So pretty easy. And then his other leg is kind of going to come out, down, and then we're just going to kind of make a nice flat shape there. So pretty simple. And if you want to give him his little webbed feet, you can. We're going to try to keep it on the easy side. Over here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of come out and down. And then I'm going to make his little foot here. And I'm going to bring it back. It's going to kind of come up and in here, and then his tush there can finish. So we've got his 2 feet, 2 legs, 1 hand. So we need another hand here. So we're going to come down and curve it up, kind of like a rounded L. And over here, we're going to kind of go the opposite way and up for his little paw there. And then we'll do a little line. Might need to pause that. That was kind of a lot of little lines at the same time. So we've got his arm, his 2 legs. We are missing his platypus tail. So I'm going to come right here at the end and I'm going to curve up, out, down. And we're going to match up with the lower part of his body. And then on his tail are some lines, and I will draw those in with marker and then probably color in his tail with crayon. So there's our little kind of baby Perry the Platypus. So let's go ahead and get markers, crayons, color pencils, paint, whatever you'd like to color him in. And let's go ahead and add some color and make him look a little more like a Perry. How cute our little baby Perry the Platypus turned out. He is so adorable. I hope you had fun drawing with me today. If so, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And I cannot wait to see you again next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.